Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. In this video lecture, I am going to discuss some important events which happened during American Romanticism. So there was a start of movement called frontier movement. Let me explain about this term frontier first before explaining this movement. So frontier is a part of unsettled land which is away from mainstream land. Frontier land का ऐसा part जो कि mainstream land से बिल्कुल outside जाके situated हो, and this is also described as a free land which is situated mainly in western part of America. So now I am discussing about this movement. This movement actually began in a place called Jamestown, and during this time people living who are living in frontier part of America, they started demanding freedom from social as well as political institutions, because these institutions are somewhat trying to bind these people by imposing their own sort of rules as well as regulations. And during this movement there was a meeting of savagery as well as civilized people. So what this savagery actually is, savagery means people who are living outside वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ अमेरिका, यानी कि इस टाइम पर मीटिंग हुई थी सेवेज और सिविलाइज लोगों की एक साथ. एंड सेवेज लोग वो लोग हैं जो कि वेस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ अमेरिका के बाहर जाकर रहते हैं, एंड सिविलाइज लोग वो लोग हैं जो कि वेस्टर्न अमेरिका में ही रहते हैं. सो देयर वॉज अ मीटिंग ऑफ सेवेजरी as well as civilized people. Civilized people are people who are residing in mainstream part of America. And this movement, during this time there was a quite essential symbol, and that symbol is of cowboy. So who this cowboy actually is? He is a type of he's a person who is animal herder, and he tends to cattle on ranches. So the cowboy was the quite essential symbol of frontier culture. So this is important fact related to this movement. Now during this time, these people are following or they are adopting a kind of democratic spirit within themselves. So they want to live in a free land having economic equality, and also where common people are able to rise. It means that they want a type of land which is where there is where there is no economic disparity, and also these common people get opportunity to progress. So they want to live in such kinds of lands. And also there is a development of genre called the westerns. So this is also called as American western genre, which is a most popular Hollywood genre which appeared from early 20th century to the 1960s. In this genre, myths of western part of America was depicted in fiction as well as in films. This genre centers on the life of a nomadic cowboy or a gunfighter, and these means setting of this genre is in immense plain areas depicting harshness of the wilderness, which is situated in outside part of western America. Then also this the great train robbery, which was published in the year 1903. This work marks the birth of this genre, means western American genre. Then there is another category of genre which evolved during this time, and this is genre is called as revisionist western. So in this revisionist western genre, this is also set in traditional Western settings but shows contemporary values. So, this type of genres shows things which are contemporary in nature. During this time, there is also emergence of numerous types of time novels based on popular fictions as well as comics. They are like a fictionalized stories which are based on actual life stories of cowboys as well as these outlaws. Here I am telling you list of some works which are based on American Western genre. So first is Leather Stocking Tales. These are a series of 5 frontier novels which is actually set in the 18th century by James published by James Fenimore Cooper. Then another one is Cormac McCarthy published Blood Meridian, which appeared in the year 1985. Then another work is a kind of trilogy. This was published by Guy Vender Haig. Then another one is Patrick David's The Sisters Brothers, which appeared in the year 2011. So these all are list of works which are based on American Western genre. During American Romanticism, an important event of gold rush took place. So during this time, gold deposit discovered in California on 24 Jan 1848 by James W. Marshall at Sutter's Mill in Sierra Nevada, which is situated in California. So over 3 lakh workers and gold seekers came to this region to extract gold, and they are also, these people, workers as well as gold seekers, are also called as 49ers, because they had a vision of a gilded promise, or they came in the hope of extracting immense wealth from this place. But when they are in this process of extracting gold, they encountered a harsh reality of doing utmost hard work, and during this process they also find out loneliness, homesickness, and there was a physical danger which is surrounding them, and also they find too much illness, and also they are thinking that they are approaching death. So these are the problems which they faced when they came to extract gold from this place which is situated in California. So it was this event only, this event of gold rush, which fostered the American dream concept. And this American dream concept was reflected in literature as well as several different films. So the gold rush reached its peak in 1852 and continued till 1855. Then this gold rush fostered in people a kind of concept which is categorized as, or which is called as, American dream. So this hard work which people started doing at the time when they are extracting gold, so that time realized them the value of hard work, and also from their hard work they, then on emerged a concept called American dream. Then after this concept emerged, then there was another kind of gold rush which is also categorized as Yukon or Klondike gold rush, which emerged in a place, again in a place which is situated in America called Alaska, in the year 1898. And during this time there was a film which appeared in the year 1925, and this is considered to be silent comedy, which is titled as The Gold Rush. In this film is actually set against the Yukon Gold Rush, which is built on the theme of enduring hardships in order to attain a better life. This amount of hard work which people have done while extracting gold, this hard work realized them that if we want a better life, so we have to endure so many hardships that come in our way. This concept of American dream developed when these Americans declared independence from England. So during this time this concept developed, but it came into limelight only when this event of gold rush took place. Now this American dream, this term was coined by Truslow Adams in the year 1931 in his book called Epic of America. He coined this term American dream, and this concept was fostered only with two events, and those events are, first of all, American frontier, and another one is California gold rush. So due to these events there is emergence of a concept called American dream, and Americans, while developing this concept, they think that we should keep optimistic belief, and that anyone, regardless of region or different, belonging from different classes, they can attain their own version of success only with the help of hard work. So these people consider hard work as the key to success. So beginning of American dream concept can be trace back to America's Declaration of Independence from England and founding fathers who believed in inalienable rights. So these rights are a kind of rights that cannot be taken away from the Americans. And while forming this concept, these Americans started believing in their inherent rights to live life with liberty, and they are able to pursue happiness according to their own sort of ways by doing utmost hard work. And also they believe in the ideal of hard work, staying courageous at the difficult movements, and also their willpower or their sheer determination will lead them in a success, in a path of success. Then by the end of 19th century, American dream concept was replaced with American identity, formation of American identity, and also believes in the power of individualism, and also capitalistic progress. So it was automatically, this concept automatically merged its identity with uh, American identity, individualism, and capitalistic process. American dream failed. This concept of American dream actually proved failure in the year 1930s with the Great Depression and rise of modernism, when these people realized that their tall hopes for success, for getting success, was just a myth. The harsh realities of poverty, unemployment, selfishness, and capitalistic greed dawned on the Americans, and all these things are reflected in Depression era literature. So this concept was only proved as a failure for Americans when people came to realize harsh realities of this world, and those realities can be realized in the forms of poverty, unemployment, selfishness, etc. Now I am sharing list of works which are based on American dream. First is a autobiography of Benjamin Franklin, which was published in the year 1793. Another one is Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which was published by Mark Twain. Then this work is My Antonio by Willa Cather. Then Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Then another one is An American Tragedy by Theodore Dreiser. Then Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller. Then Songs of Solomon by Toni Morrison. So all these works are based on American Dream. In all these list of works, we find that these writers are trying to portray that this concept of American dream is proved for Americans as a complete failure, because it could not help these Americans in fulfilling their expectations. They have to confront with the harsh realities again after emergence of this concept. So they have to face harsh realities like people are surrounded with poverty, unemployment, selfishness, capitalistic greed is seen in the society. So in a way, this concept was a complete failure. Now I am talking about list of other writers who are creating their works based on American dream. So their works are also reflections of American dream as a complete failure, or proved as a total failure. So those writers who writes about works related to American dream are, first of all, Langston Hughes, John Steinbeck. Then another one is Albert Elby. Then last one is Hunter S. Thompson. So in works of all these writers, we find there is a reflection of failure of American dream. Now I am moving on to tell you about American Renaissance. So this was a time of great literary and artistic flourishment. So during this time, great sorts of literary works as well as art flourished. And this period actually began in 1850s. This period started from the year span of 1830, and this renaissance, this phase of American Renaissance lasted till Civil War. Then this term American Renaissance was associated with American Romanticism and Transcendentalism. So it is a kind of, this age is a kind of middle phase which is between American Romanticism as well as Transcendentalism. And this term was coined by F.O. Mathesian in his work called American Renaissance, Art and Expression in the Age of Emerson and Whitman came in the year 1941. Now I am telling you list of major works which were produced during this age of American Renaissance. And those works are, first of all, Ralph Waldo Emerson's Representative Men came in the year 1850. Then Nathaniel Hawthorne's work The Scarlet Letter, The House of the Seven Gables, Herman Melville's Moby Dick, then Henry David Thoreau's Walden, then another one is Walt Whitman's first edition of Leaves of Grass, which came in the year 1855. All these list of works are produced during American Renaissance age. Now let's know some genres which were prevalent during this phase of American Romanticism. First is sentimental novel. These novels are influenced by Samuel Richardson, and these novels are also described as reform novels because in these novels there is a concern which is shown for black slaves as well as poor people. So in such kinds of novel there is portrayal of religious feelings and religious faith. Also there is depiction of moral virtues, family closeness, traditional values, marriage, and motherhood all are described in such kinds of novels. Now, I am telling you some examples. So, Harriet Beecher Stowe published a work called Uncle Tom's Cabin, and another example of this genre is Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. Now, next, I am talking about the romance novel. So, these novels are characterized as novels containing long fictions, and also there is portrayal of excitement between characters. These are also called as adventurous novels, and also there is showcasing of dark passions through characters in such kinds of novels, and they appears less realistic than novels. So these are called as romance novels. Examples of this novel can be like The Last of the Mohicans, which is a kind of tale which is presented in leather stocking tale. So this is a part of The Last of Mohicans is tale number 2 of this leather stocking tales, and another example is of Scarlet Letter or Moby Dick. These are all examples of romance novels. Then Edgar Allan Poe started this tradition of gothic romance. So this could be another fact which is related to this romance novel. During this American phase of Romanticism, during this phase, an important event took place which is called as American Civil War. So, during this Civil War, there is a separation of northern states which is also characterized as union and 11 southern states, and these there is a division between northern as well as southern states of America that left the union states all alone. And in this war central issue was of slavery as well as suffrage, and also it includes America's oppressive stance in Mexican American war. So here with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your UGC NET English Literature exams. Thank you.